You know, I've covered a lot of stories in my years following American politics. Stories that made me angry, stories that made me proud, and stories that honestly just left me speechless. But this one...
America's Secretary of Defense is today a global laughingstock.
This one made me stop mid-coffee and just stare at my screen. Pete Hegseth, the United States Secretary of Defense, stood at a Pentagon prayer service and quoted what he presented as scripture, passionately, confidently, in front of military personnel, cameras, and the entire watching world. The problem? It wasn't from the Bible. It was from Pulp Fiction. Now, look, I know that sounds like something from a late-night comedy sketch, but this actually happened. And within hours, journalists across the globe had already figured it out.
Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children.
Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers.
And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
The Pentagon's own spokesperson later confirmed it was, and I'm paraphrasing here, a custom prayer inspired by the dialogue from Pulp Fiction. They tried to add that it was still loosely connected to a real Bible verse, Ezekiel 25:17, but scholars and the Los Angeles Times were quick to point out that the famous speech from that movie is almost entirely a screenwriter's invention. Only the final few words have any biblical connection at all. Here's what makes this land differently than just an embarrassing gaffe. Pete Hegseth has built his entire public identity around religious conviction. He talks about faith constantly. He has described military operations in the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America as divinely sanctioned, as missions carrying a Christian moral underpinning. The New York Times reported that more than any top military leader in recent memory, Hegseth has wrapped American military action in the language of God. So, when the man invoking scripture to justify war doesn't actually know scripture, that's not just embarrassing. That's a credibility crisis. The reaction was immediate and it was global. Al Jazeera picked it up. Euronews ran with it. Pan-European wire services, entertainment outlets, political commentators. The story didn't just travel, it spread in a way that very few stories about this administration have moved before. California's governor posted a Pulp Fiction movie poster edit. Late-night hosts had their field. If you believe accountability and credibility in leadership still means something, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because this conversation is bigger than one speech. It's about who we are and who we want to be.